So, hello, dear student. Hello. Hello. Hello, dear student. Hope you all are doing well and very good evening to all of you and happy Ganesh Puja. So, dear student, please confirm my audio, video, everything is okay or not so that we can start our session very smoothly, current affairs session very smoothly. Well, okay, dear student. So, everything is good. So in case you face any kind of audio video issue, please inform me. So dear student, once again, very good evening to all of you and happy Ganesh Puja. Hope Lord Ganesh fulfill all your wish and make you, successful and bring this year a successful and grand year for you. So dear student, today we are going to discuss about 27th August Odisha-specific newspaper analysis. So here, how you can get this, PDF? You can simply scan this QR code. To get this PDF, you can simply scan this QR code to download our application. In that application, not the today PDF, all the past PDF you will find. There will be a folder named OPSC, and within that OPSC, you will find infographics edition. So that you can join. And those who are using iPad and iPad device, so you can download a Class Plus application and use our code as PKR to get all this PDF. Not the today PDF first 2 to 3 month PDF already available there. You can get it there. And dear student, you can scan this QR code to download our Telegram group. So there you'll get a lot of MCQ, daily mains, answer writing. And recently, dear student, a lot of students are writing about their interview. They are preparing for their interview. So we have started our interview guidance program. So here, last couple of years we have guided all the students from guided for the OPSC interview, and a lot of students have been achieved their success. So you can scan this QR code to join our Telegram group. There you will find not a lot of study material, a lot of as transcript and daily current affair highlighted we are providing. You can get all this benefit. You will get high quality discussion, high quality mentorship guidance for your interview at free of cost. You can simply scan this QR code. चलिए start करते हैं. So first important news of the day: flood, more than 170 village inundated. So recently we have seen severe flooding happening in different part of the Odisha. So that is what led to the inundation of 170 village in the Baleshwar, Bhadrak and Jajpur district of northern Odisha were under flooding for second consecutive day. So Thursday, so IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department, has warned heavy rain in the next few couple of days due to fresh low pressure area in the Bay of Bengal is also developed. So recently, if you look into Odisha, the coast is like that. So again, one low pressure condition is already developing. So that might also lead to the further rainfall in the coast of Odisha. So while 130 villages under the three blocks of Baliapal, Bhogarai and Jaleshwar were flooded by the water from the Subarnarekha river. So I think you know that Subarnarekha river is also called as Sorrow of Odisha because of this repeated flooding. So you can also discuss about why this region is prone to the flood. So you have to be find reason for why Baleshwar district is specifically prone to the flood. So around 45 village Jajpur are inundated by the Baitarani flood, and Dhamnagar, Bhandari Pokari blocks of Bhadrak district are also affected. Some village of the Keonjhar and Sundargarh district has been hit by the flood. So this is what the problem. The Jaspur district has been severely hit due to breach of embankment of Kani River, a tributary of the Baitarani rivers. Okay. So and Odisha government is taking care of full swing relief rescue operation in full swing in the affected district. So people who are being provided with cooked food, dry food, also fodder for the cattle. So Odisha are caused mostly due to why this flooding are happening. The flooding in Odisha is happening because of a regular or unregulated flow of water from the neighboring country. So that is what the creating problem. So the government urged our governor to find a solution by constructing dam at the Chandoli Dam and Guldihi barrage project across the Subarnarekha river. If we can build, Subarnarekha build, we can build some barrage. So you can control the excessive water at that point of time when there is a low water in the low stream. We can release that. So we can use multi-purpose project, just like the project we are using in the Hirakud Dam. So that we can control the flood also. So next important news is 2-day Nuakai festival, 2-day holiday for Nuakai festival. So dear student, you have to study about the Nuakai festival, why it is relevant in the Western Odisha, particularly people are celebrated with lot of joys and fervor. So you have to understand. The state government Thursday announced additional holidays for Nuakai festival, which is celebrated in a big way in the western part of the states. So the coupled with holiday for the Ganesh Chaturthi in 27, government employee and student get 5-day break from Wednesday to Sunday. So the September 13, which is Saturday, has been declared working day for the government employee. Okay. So I think government clubbing it and providing large number of large duration of holidays. Then next important article is CM launches Amo Sasana. So what is the literal meaning of Amo Sasana? That means our rule. So this is very important. You can say it's a people-centric governance. That means people are owned their governance. So this is what basically aims to bring the administration to the doorstep of the people. So the Chief Minister Mohan Chand Maji launched Amo Sasan, that is our governance and public service initiative to reach out to the people and take their feedback on the implementation of different welfare schemes. So how it is going to implement? Let's say this is a medical, and a person is visited to this medical and taken some medical care, and after that person is treated and get back after leaving this hospital, will leave a feedback form. There will fill all the phone number detail, and officials, either chief minister or secretary, they can pick any number randomly and call that person and ask whether you have satisfied with whatever service we have provided or not. If you are not satisfied, where you have faced the problem, they can complain about the person, they can directly connect to the person. So if we can understand about direct feedback of the people, that is going to be helpful for improving the governance. Na? So this, in interview, they can ask about, how you are going to improve the governance. You can give this example. Whenever people avail any service from any government institution, so they can, leave a feedback form there. That is compulsory. Everyone have to give the feedback, and this number need to be stored at the centralized location by either the chief minister or his secretary, and from there they can randomly call to the person who have taken the service. They can ask about their feedback, and if they found that corruption or anything is involved, so direct action can be taken. And this person, those who are taking the service, they can also directly call to the administration and complain about problems they are facing, so that swift action can be taken. So next is also launch facilitate people to give their opinion on implementation of different schemes. So Amos Hassan is not just an initiative, but a government farm resolved to bring governance to every village. He said that to establish direct interface between citizen and governance under the initiative. So free toll-free number has been provided so that people can directly complain if they have any complaint regarding these things. So under this initiative, Chief Minister and Minister will call off the people at random and take their feedback in order to further strengthen the people-centric and welfare scheme. This would also help in administrations to make service delivery more effective and democratic. Immediately after launching the initiative, Maji called up some people in the GAL student and asked about how whether they are getting the benefit or not. So all these things. So here one scheme is there is mentioned. So Shahid Madhav Singh Hast Kharch scheme. That means they provide 5,000 rupees to the per month for student to ensure that they can have expenditure, they can maintain a expenditure for their study. Okay. So dear student, same thing. If they ask about how to reduce the corruption, how to improve our governance, how to ensure participation of the people in our governance, you can give this example whatever I have mentioned. So dear student, my audio, video, everything is okay or not? So please confirm. Without knowing about you, it's very difficult for me to understand. If everything is okay, please confirm. मोर the audio video सब आसुची ताले please confirm करंतु ताकि मु जानि परिबी. ठीक है छी. चलो next important article is the heritage policy soon be protect 3,000 sites. So this is going to be implemented by the government. So high level meeting was conducted at Lok Seva Bhavan to introduce comprehensive heritage policy aimed at protecting, preserving and developing state rich cultural heritage legacy. So Deputy Chief Minister said that. So there is a dedicated task force has been created to preserve more than 3,000 heritage sites across the state. So policy initiated focus on holistic development of 75 key heritage sites. So the law, work and exercise minister, so they said that, the Odia language, Odisha heritage is very ancient, yet many sites remain neglected. So a coordinated task force has been formed and they will take care of that. So we need to also create geotagging of all these assets. So and to mark 75th anniversary of, so I don't think we need to study about that. So next is next important article is X. The Comptroller Auditor General of India, the Girish Murmu, became the member of 10-member Sri Jagannath Trust Management Committee. Okay, so that is what you can remember, that ex-CAG Girish Murmu among the 10 in the ST. So you can see about the uh, government on Thursday nominated 10 people, including former Comptroller Auditor General of India, Girish Murmu, to this Sri Jagannath Temple Management Committee. So recently they have been appointed. So they've been appointed under Sri Jagannath Temple Act 1954 Act. Okay. So dear student, you can join our OPSC prelims test series. The price is very nominal. I know that there are so many people who cannot afford all these things. So price is very nominal. Yet you'll get high quality test series. Uh, you can join by scanning this QR code. So next is let's work together for peace progress. This is what said by the Chief Minister to Sri Lankan delegation. So recently a Sri Lankan delegation, they have visited to Odisha to have cross collaboration, understanding best practices from one another. So Sri Lanka and Odisha united by share past. Chief Minister Mohan Charan Majiji talked about it. In our past we know that the Kalinga, so ancient time Kalinga seller traveled to the Sri Lanka, carry rice, horse and elephant, while pearl and silver came here from the island. So today Odisha celebrated historic Bali Jatra. Bali Jatra is a connect where it is talking about the ancient Kalinga tradition where people travel different part of the world and they do a lot of trade. So to commemorate that, we are celebrating Bali Jatra in Kotak last year, where Sri Lankan Sri Lanka envoy also joined. So let's hope our cooperation action can grow in many areas. So if you look into the Odisha economy, current size is 110 billion. So what is the size of Odisha economy currently? So remember this data. So it's very important for your interview and prelims also. In mains also, you can write about all these things. Na? So current size of Odisha economy is 110 billion. So it is expected to be 500 billion by 2036. So if our economy size is such a large, so that is what going to be promote industrialization. So if we have good trade and cooperation, so that is going to be helpful to both Sri Lanka as well as Odisha. So dear student, you can check out few free test series already available in our application by scanning this QR code. Chaliye. So next is the High Court issued directions for smooth conduct of festivals. So no doubt current there is Ganpati festival and a lot of festival is going to be celebrated in different part of the our state. So this notification has been issued so that we will, while we are celebrating our festival, we are not going to create any inconvenience to the peoples. To taking suo motu cognizance of recurring civic failure, a divisional bench of Justice S.K. Sahu Justice orders strict curb on the pandals, blocking roads, unregulated electronic gates, and unsafe bamboo structure, citing last year gate collapse at the Badamba. So it's out affidavit from the authority on traffic control, noise and air pollution, fire safety compliance, drinking water supply, and illumination non-functional street lights. So all these measures we have to take before functioning, organizing all these functions so that we can prevent all this onwards incident. Okay. So dear student, we are providing Odisha specific newspaper. It's only Odisha specific newspaper, very fast time. Only this Trivage OPSC is providing. So you can scan this QR code and get that in our application. So it's absolutely free. So next is farmer reap higher profit as Ongul export lemon to the USA. So recently we have seen lot of food product from the Odisha. So they are gaining market at the international level. So one such is lemon. They are exported to the USA. So we are exporting lemon and farmer are getting a lot of benefit as they are receiving higher price. Around 30 to 40 lemons have been exported recently, and we are also preparing lemon juice and many other products to be exported to USA and other Western market. So next is capital gear up for green Ganesh Puja. So recently our capital is gear up for the green Ganesh Puja. So the capital is buzz with festival spirit as Ganesh Puja 2025 began Wednesday, marked by grandeur and creativity and rising focus on sustainability. Over 340 pandals have been illuminated in the city, some soaring, high height also. So this year theme is basically focusing on environmental sustainability and avoiding all this pollution, because while we are celebrating, it is our responsibility. We need to ensure that it should be environmental friendly, it should be sustainable, because environment is very precious. While when the god, they are in god are equivalent to nature. So if we are celebrating the god but polluting environment, that is what led to the insult to our god also. So we need to be perform our puja or all the celebration in a very environmental clean way. So we are also providing daily monthly current affair, daily current affair for in general all the related to UPSC. So you can get that by scanning this QR code in our application. So 14th next important article is 14th Aadhaar Ahar Kendra open in the city. Ahar means they provide the food at 5 rupees. So a new Ahar Kendra was inaugurated near Dr. Hare Krishna Mehta State Library under Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation. So Ahar Center formally inaugurated by ministry. So they are providing, the attendee has launched at Ahar Center paying 5 rupees a meal. Student present at the events also welcome the move, noting that facility will provide affordable meal without disrupting their study schedule. So library premises attract hundreds of student, researcher, historian, intellectual daily. But lack of affordable food thereby had long pose difficulty. So this is what going to be helpful. So the new Ahar center is expected to benefit visitors, especially poor students who have often skipped the meal as they neither afford the restaurant nor spare time to travel the food. Now they can access nutritious meal at just 5 rupees. So according to the report, Ahar Center is supported by state government and managed by the BMC, so Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation. Together, the center serve meal to the nearly 14,000 people per day. So you need to remember that it's a very good initiative. So that is what we can replicate other cities as well. So not so many people are going hunger without having food. So this is a very good initiative that is going to be helpful for providing a nutritious meal to everyone. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. So next is Odisha to get 240 crore for rural local governance. So Union government has released first installment of 50 Finance Commission United Grant Fund for rural local bodies. So for 2025-26 with Odisha receiving 240 crore. Fund will be benefiting around 6,000 gram panchayat and 63 block panchayat. So if you look into that, so there is a devolution of fund from Finance Commission recommendations to the local self government under 29 subject. 29 subject is given under Article 243 G and 243 W. 243 G is for PRI, Panchayat Raj Institution, and 243 W is for the local urban ULB, urban local bodies. Okay. So they are a subject in the 11th schedule of the constitution. So these 29 subjects are mentioned in the 11th schedule. So they cannot use this fund for the salary or administrative expenditure. So these grant focus basic service such as sanitation, open defecation free maintenance, waste fecal sludge management, drinking water supply, rainwater harvesting, and water recycling. So these kind of things they are going to use this fund. So next important article is sea grass revival in Odisha, Haripur Creek. So it's a very good initiative. Recently, we have found revival of the sea weeds are found because this is what a good development. So the sea grasses meadow return offering fresh hope for the coastal resilience and marine diversity. So after nearly a decade, sea grasses meadow crucial for the marine ecosystem have naturally reappear in the Haripur Creek near Gopalpur, Odisha. So scientists attribute this rare ecological revival to reduce human activity during COVID-19 lockdown. So during COVID-19 lockdown, people are restricted their activity in this, traveling. So because of that, when we prevent the disturbances, so that is what led to the revival. So sea grasses, often called as ecosystem engineers, play key role in stabilizing coastal, trapping carbon, and sheltering marine life. Once lost from the Haripur Creek due to cyclone, pollution, overfishing, their natural return is now being held as a major ecological breakthrough. So this is what they can ask about, the in interview also. So recently the seagrass revival found in which creeks and what are the importance of it, why their conservation is very much important for Odisha. So that the pause in the tourism, fishing and boating during the lockdown enable the seagrass to natural reorganize in the creek. This globally rare phenomena and pandemic unintentionally gave natural chance to heal. During pandemic, there is a lockdown in everyone. So that is what provide a good opportunity for nature to revive it. So once it is confined to the Chilika Lake, seagrass were first reported in Haripur Creeks in 2010 and 12, dominated by the species of hello phyla ovalis. ठीक है. So, however, research caution that the fragile ecosystem remain under threat. The plastic waste, for example, we are throwing the plastic, then ghost net after, whenever you are doing fishing and later on you just discarded all this fishing net. So, unregulated coastal development continue to endanger the seagrass meadow. We must act swiftly to protect what have been, restored. And one, so revival of the seagrass in the Haripur Creek is seen not just a local triumph or victory, the global example of how easing the human pressure can help marine ecosystem to recover naturally. So it's a clear example. Whenever you left this ecosystem, you left undisturbed, so automatically how natural ecosystem revive itself. So scientists are urging the authority and stakeholder to adopt long-term conservation measure to safeguard vital underwater habitat as climate change and biodiversity loss dominate the global debate. So the ecosystem success from a small creek, southern Odisha, offer a powerful message. Sometime letting nature can be achieved far more than human intervention. So if we left nature undisturbed, so everything will be revived. So I think during lockdown you have already seen in our urban area also, so tiger, leopard, they started roaming. So if we left everything unchecked, so everything can be regrowth again. Chaliye. So let's see about next article. So 9 fishermen held from Gahiramatha. So I think you have to map the location of the Gahiramatha and why Gahiramatha sanctuary is very important. So forest official on Thursday arrested 9 fishermen and seized their boat or the trawler in Gahiramatha Marine Sanctuary. So this Gahiramatha Marine Sanctuary is famous for olive ridley turtles. So they are, lot of turtles. They comes during their mating time. They lay their egg and travel back. So for illegally fishing within the total congregation zones. Okay. So the fishing vessels trespassing is prohibited in the sanctuary near Borunai coast. So contravening the provision of Wildlife Provision Act 1972. So and Odisha Marine Fishery Regulation Act. It could be noted here that the state government have claimed a 7-month long fishing ban in 20-kilometer stretch from the Dhamara and Devi River mouth from November 1 till March 31st. In view of ensuring mass nesting of endangered olive ridley turtles. So dear student, they can ask about olive ridley turtles. So it's very important for your interview, for your prelims. So you have to study about olive ridley turtles. So olive ridley turtles are basically found in the tropical water. So they are vulnerable. So they follow a mass nesting process. It's called Aribada. Aribada. So they comes together in millions numbers. So lay their egg and then mother turtle goes back to the ocean. So the hatchlings or the baby turtles, they emerge from the egg and they tends to travel back to the ocean. So though they lay millions of eggs, but chances of their survival is very rare. So less number of turtles are actually survive and they reach the ocean. So, however, the fishing prohibitions remain enforced round the year in Gairamata. So, fishing is not allowed. So, as it is according to the status of marine sanctuary. So, this is what given the status of marine sanctuary. So, strict regulations there. So, the mute species accorded Schedule 1 protection. So, if you look into Wildlife Protection Act, so the olive ridley turtle is put in the Schedule 1. So, that means hunting and creating any sort of dangerous activity to this animal is highly punishable. So Wildlife Protection Act is highly threatened status. So get entangled in the net for prolonged period and dies of asphyxiation. Because this turtle have to come to the surface of the water for breathing. If turtle is underwater, it's coming for the surface, and then again it have to coming to the surface for the breathing. If it is entangled in the net and have to stay in the bottom of the ocean, so that is what going to face asphyxiation. That means that निश्वास नहीं पारिबनी, oxygen shortage ହେଇଯିବ. The turtle also perish in large number after getting hit by the first moving propeller of the fishing trawler. So that is what also problem. So that is the reason we are placing a ban on there. So dear student, you can practice our daily answer writing practice. So price is very nominal. You can scan this QR code to download it, and you can also practice our essay test series also. So price is also very nominal, yet you'll get very good quality of evaluations. So plea in High Court over district mineral funds tender irregularity. So recently, if you look into Odisha, Odisha is rich in terms of minerals. So we have established district mineral fund. So out of this mineral revenue, some royalty is given to the district mineral fund, and district mineral fund they can use. So district mineral fund is established under the Mines and Minerals Regulation Development Act 19 57. So they provide for establishment district mineral fund. The fund is used for two activities. So under this fund, we have established a scheme called Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana. So out of that, 640% of the money can be used in direct activity, and 60% of the money can be used activity that is directly affected by this this mining operation. So that is what called Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana, PMKKY. PMKKY. But problem is that recently there has been huge irregularity found on the Keonjhar. Keonjhar district is largest recipient of the district mineral fund. So there has been corruption or irregularity found on the district mineral fund. So that is the reason there is investigation is going on to find what happened, who are involving in this process, to ascertain and find the culprit. So District Mineral Fund Keonjhar published a request for proposals in May 29, 2025 for selecting an agencies of PMU. So turnover value is 50 crore. So under the Odisha District Mineral Fund rule, so Executive Committee has no authority to issue such request for proposal. It administer approval power are limited to the 10 crore. So they are misusing their power and issue request for proposal and sanction the grant. So that is the reason. So they are facing all this allegation and investigation. So dear student, once again, those who are giving interview, so you can join our interview guidance program by scanning this QR code. You will get complete interview guidance program. So in past couple of years, so many students are benefiting from this interview guidance program. You can benefit and ensure your rank in this process. So you can scan this QR code and join our process, join our group, and you'll participate daily debate discussion that is going on from 6 p.m. in the evening to 7 p.m. in the evening. 6 to 7 p.m. 1 hour discussion we are daily conducting. Please participate. That it is going to be very helpful. So dear student, this is all about 27th August, the Hindu news, the Odisha specific newspaper analysis. So dear student, we'll have to end here. Chaliye, bye bye. Take care and happy Ganesh Puja. Bye bye. Good night.